guys, it's Connie and Bruce from Unlocking the Magic podcast. And today we are going to list our top 5 underrated Walt Disney World restaurants. I am really excited to talk about these today.
Oh, hi.
Are you teasing me over there?
I am not.
Okay.
I was doing the intro right beside you.
Okay.
Teamwork.
Teamwork
We're
is
an
the dream
effective
word.
team.
Okay. Are we going to, we're going to have some fun.
Yeah, I'm excited to do these restaurants. We always get it's like the number 4 question we get asked all the time.
The number 4?
Yeah.
I thought I was going to,
number 1 is like fast passes. Number 2 is like snacks. Number 3 is like hotels.
Yeah, snacks.
Restaurants, number 4.
Number 4, okay.
Coming in at number 4, top restaurants.
These restaurants happen to be our favorites.
Yeah, listen.
Also.
We always start the podcast with saying like, everybody is going to disagree with us. Not everybody. But there are going to be people who don't agree with your choices. These are our favorite restaurants. If you happen to like them too, great. If you don't, we'll block you.
Yeah, simple as that.
Pretty simple.
All right, let's start with the number 5 pick. This one I feel is like an underrated restaurant because it doesn't seem super themed or something that you must do when you're visiting Walt, especially when you're scrolling through the Walt Disney World website trying to choose the restaurant for you. This one we happened to stumble across kind of the same way. We were at Walt Disney World and we were with it was a group of us. We were with family and we wanted to dine at a nice restaurant, and this one popped up, and I'm so glad it did because it's number 5 on our underrated and one of our probably favorites of when we visit. And this is the Grand Floridian Fancy Cafe.
I feel like a lot of these we found because it was like, oh, let's go to Ohana. Oh, it's only Kona.
Yeah.
Let's go to the California Grill. Oh, it's just the wave. Like a lot of these were like secondary choices, but ended up being great like environments to eat in.
And it brought us back time and time and again.
Yeah.
And a lot of people that I know, they actually don't consider the Grand Floridian Cafe a place that they would want to try. And I totally.
Why? Who are those people that you know that don't want to?
Few people. They just don't have it on their list. And it's probably because of what I said earlier. It's not very super themed, or it is at a resort, so sometimes.
Or every time you walk into the Grand Floridian Cafe, you feel like you don't belong.
Yeah, probably
like
that
me?
too.
It's fancy in there.
It's a little too fancy. The menu itself on the Grand Floridian Cafe, it's not super fancy. I usually order the pan-seared pan-seared pork that I always get. I feel like I have like a go-to that I always get here.
Buttermilk fried chicken would be good.
You have the menu up?
Oh yeah, of course I do.
I don't want to look at menus because it's gonna make me so hungry. But anyway, the atmosphere is always great, and the food is always it's always great. It's consistent food. You're going to get a good meal, and you're at the Grand Floridian, so there's nothing better than pulling up to the resort for dining.
No.
Like, other than staying there, which I'm sure is fabulous, but having a reservation there is quite amazing, and something that I feel is a must-do, and an underrated gem.
I think the pulling up to the Grand Floridian Hotel and being allowed to come in because you have reservations is almost like having a fast pass.
Yeah.
Like you go right up to the front and you're like, I have a fast pass. See you guys later.
I am legit.
Yeah, I'm staying. I'm not staying here, but I'm kind of staying here for a couple hours.
You know, it's funny. Disney itself describes this as a hidden gem as well, which I didn't realize until today.
They must listen to this podcast.
They say it's a Victorian charm with a view, delightful views of the rose gardens and courtyard pool as you dine on inspired favorites. It's also open for breakfast, which we've never done. Lunch or dinner, the Grand Floridian Cafe is a hidden gem that offers moderately priced cuisine with maximum flavor.
I'm just doing these so people don't go to the ones we really want to go to.
Oh, is that right?
What's the next one?
So you're saying we're lying here?
Maybe.
No. Okay, the next one is, surprise, the Kona Cafe.
Team Tonga for the win.
This one is also open for breakfast, lunch, dinner, but we prefer either breakfast or dinner at this particular resort.
You're going to walk up to the Kona Cafe and you're going to be like, what? But trust me, when you get your seat and you sit down in there, you kind of forget that you're in the lobby of the Polynesian.
The lobby-ish type, don't judge a book by its cover. The appearance from the exterior of the restaurant is definitely nothing to boast about. It's not, it's literally in a lobby, very open, very busy lobby. But exactly, once you sit down and you get your first course, it is an outstanding meal. Again, a consistent meal. You can go for breakfast, which we talk a lot about, is the Tonga toast. Which
strawberry compote. You got to get that.
It's Tonga with a little amplified twist. Like, it's Tonga with a luxurious splash of goodness.
Yes. So Tonga toast is
Why do I like being fancy so much?
Tonga toast is French like brioche bread with bananas stuffed inside that's covered with cinnamon and sugar and then fried.
Wait, did you Google that?
No.
Oh.
I just know it off the top of my head.
Okay.
But it's amazing. And the strawberry compote, I thought it would make it too sweet, but it doesn't. So you have to get that if you go there.
Tonga toast for breakfast, sushi for dinner. It's our must-do place when we visit. We love getting our sushi there, and the kids really love it. They have a fun dessert menu every time we visit. There is always something fun. They do fun drinks, so Shirley Temples with umbrellas. It's just a lighthearted place that you can get a good meal, and we just love it. And again, a hidden gem in the Polynesian Village Resort.
Plus, if you go there for dinner, after you eat your dinner, you can walk off those calories walking around the Polynesian resort. They have the tiki torches lit. Maybe you'll get to see the show that they have every night, the firing up the torches.
I feel like the next best thing of staying at these resorts is having a dinner reservation. And I highly recommend that when you're visiting Walt Disney World. You don't have to stay on property to try these restaurants.
Right.
So have a reservation. When you arrive, you tell the guard that you have a reservation, and you get to experience part of the resort while getting a meal. And I love that.
You should either go an hour before your reservation and be able to wander around the resort, or maybe even better, an hour after your reservation, so that way you get to walk it off.
I like that idea.
But you get to not only do you get to eat a great meal, but you get to see the resort. Maybe you pick a resort that you'd want to stay at someday.
Yeah, that's exactly true.
All right, what's the next one?
Number 3, another restaurant that actually is along the Seven Seas Lagoon.
I thought I was going to say another restaurant that we got because we couldn't go somewhere else.
Also true. Let's not deny that. The Wave of American Flavors, and this is located at the Contemporary Resort. It was an accidental find and a surprise to us because, again, it was a restaurant that is not necessarily very popular per se. And we were able to get reservations, and we were totally blown away with the type of food, the service, and the atmosphere. It's a very great resort. First of all, you have to start, when you make reservations for the Wave, you got to go at dinner time.
Yes.
Okay. It is also open for, earlier, but dinner is my go-to. And you've got to start off things at the Wave Lounge. The blue lights at the lounge, it just gives this totally relaxing vibe that I love, and get to hang out and have a conversation, and just kind of enhances your dining experience, like the pre-show.
Yes. Plus, you're in the Contemporary lobby.
Yeah.
You get to kind of, if you want to go upstairs, you get to see the monorail go by if you're waiting for your reservation.
Right.
The Contemporary is a classic resort that you always think of when you think of Walt Disney World. So just being able to hang out there before or after your meal is going to be special.
Yeah, I really enjoyed going to this one, and I loved, again, going to the pre-show of hitting up the Wave Lounge. Really got to just have an extra special experience. And then we got to the restaurant. Our server was wonderful and convinced us to try something that we probably never would have. It was an appetizer called bacon and eggs.
Yeah, it was great.
Super good. Still on the menu. It's maple pork belly with egg, smoked cheddar grits, which you don't necessarily think of when you want an appetizer, that it would be good. It was outstanding.
Yes.
Super delicious.
So good that I only got a little bit of it.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
sad to say that everybody else ate it on me.
The kids often do that to you.
We went at the age when our kids were just old enough to start experimenting with the culinary taste buds, and unfortunately, it started that day.
That does happen. I feel like all of a sudden. It's like all of a sudden the kids' palates change, and then they start eating and wanting to try things off of your plate, which is kind of
Unfortunately,
annoying.
that's true. Especially when you're paying.
I don't remember what I always get. I don't think there's like a one thing I always get here. They have beef tenderloin. They have braised short rib, which I did get last time we were there. I know they have sea scallops, tikka masala, which I really love. It's jasmine rice. So really cool flavors, I feel like, at this restaurant, and something that you wouldn't expect. They have a noodle bowl, which is udon noodles, and this like braised short rib kind of thing. It's just delicious. There's really no way to really describe it beyond that. It's just a really unique, different flavors, and really yummy.
Yes.
I really liked.
Listen, we went there and I wasn't expecting much. Again, key to life, low expectations.
Yes.
So these are underrated, low expectations you should have when visiting.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you'll enjoy yourself.
Number 2, another shocker here, but it's the Liberty Tree Tavern. And I know you guys are thinking that's underrated. Well, it's only underrated because it just started to pick up, I feel. Like people have just started, maybe listening to the show, I don't know,
Yes.
but they're just starting to realize what a great restaurant that is. It is a Thanksgiving, all you care to stuff your face with meal.
They do have a menu that you can order off of, but you got to get the all you can. And I think people get confused with the all you care to enjoy.
They
And
do?
by people, I mean me.
It's all you can eat. What do you mean?
I care to enjoy a lot. They word it weird. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Makes me feel subconscious, like self-conscious about ordering more.
All right. But they never make you feel that way when you're there.
Totally not.
Okay.
And people probably think like the 4 or 5 items that they give you, maybe I don't like. But I'm telling you, they're great. Again, low expectations. Go in there hungry because you will leave stuffed.
It's one of my favorite places to go. I usually always try to get a reservation. This one is located, by the way, at the Magic Kingdom. And I know it's tough to sit down when you're at the Magic Kingdom. A lot of people ask us, whether it's worth it to sit and do a reservation, sit down reservation while you're at the Magic Kingdom. I definitely feel like it is worth it, depending on how many days you're visiting the parks. If you're only in Walt Disney World for 5 days, maybe it's not as easy for you to step aside from the parks and do a sit down full hour and a half, sometimes longer experience. But for us, we sit down to eat anyway, and it's just a very comforting meal that we can look forward to and keep us full for 5 minutes.
5 minutes. I'm full for like an hour and a half afterwards, and I eat a lot. But the
joking.
Patriots platter, it's called. It has roasted turkey, pot roast, oven roasted pork, which is really good.
So good.
And I'm not a huge fan of like oven roasted pork.
It's because I make it.
But it's really good. Mashed potatoes, vegetables, stuffing, house-made macaroni and cheese. And it's like the macaroni and cheese you think of when you think of.
It's like your childhood mac and cheese.
Yes, it's like comfort food. It's like
yeah.
Walk around all day at the Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
Go have a comfort food meal at the Liberty Tree Tavern and enjoy the rest of your day because you won't need to eat anything else.
What about the dessert?
Ooey Gooey Taffy is unbelievable.
It's really good.
It is.
They just switched it up. It wasn't the Ooey Gooey one before. It was a little bit different, but I love it. I love this one. It's comforting. It's all you really need at the end of a meal. It's mild in flavor. But
when I think toffee, I'm not like, yes, let me get that.
Right.
But I ate all of it. And what is number one?
The number one underrated restaurant in Walt Disney World is none other than Sanaa. Sanaa is located in Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge, and it is tucked away. I feel like it is an afterthought for a lot of people because it's the furthest from all the restaurants, and it's a lot of times people that are staying at Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge that think of going there, but happens to be one of those finds that I am so grateful that we discovered because it is an absolute incredible meal with an outstanding atmosphere.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if this was actually underrated when you first mentioned it, but I guess it is because not a lot of people, I think people maybe get intimidated a little bit by the menu.
Well, I'm not going to try to pronounce some of the things on the menu, and I think that is what makes people second guess it because it definitely has a lot of unique style African-inspired dishes, but the way they describe it's a little tricky to understand. So, for instance, this African-inspired chicken, fragrant rice. It says seasonal vegetable. Like it. Sometimes there are things that are easy and some things that are a little different. So, fired grilled meats with traditional accompaniments. This is South African brave. I can't even say it. So it's definitely a little strange when you try to read the menu. But what about the non-bread?
I mean, the non-bread board is unbelievable.
5 breads with all 9 accompaniments: traditional naan, garlic ginger naan, spice naan, onion, and then it comes with cucumber, roasted red pepper hummus, mango chutney, and more. Oh, spicy jalapeno lime pickle. Did we try that?
I don't know, but it's definitely not somewhere you want to go if you're on like a low carb diet.
Yeah, because
you have to get the bread.
Like, right. If you message us and say that you've been to Sanaa, but you haven't tried the bread service, you need to go back.
Yes, because that's the whole, like one of the main reasons to go there is the bread service is just so good.
It is really good. And the flavors, again, African-inspired flavors, really, really delicious, flavorful meals that you should not be intimidated by. You should try it, definitely, for sure. And there is stuff on the menu for kids that maybe not quite there with their palate yet. There's still plenty of kids create your own entrees. There's still plenty of things I think that kids can choose from. While maybe they might even surprise you and take a little taste of that non-bread and dip it in the sauce. It's what happened with us anyways.
For sure.
So
well,
that's it.
There you have it. Top 5 underrated restaurants in Walt Disney World. Smash the like button.
Smash it?
Smash it.
Okay.
Subscribe to our channel because we're going to be doing one of these videos every Monday for you, like a shorter video on Monday, longer podcast towards the end of the week. Go subscribe to our podcast on iTunes. There's all the links below right here if you're watching this video right now.
Sounds good.
Right?
That's right.
All right. And remember, always have low expectations.
That's the key to life.
The key to life is low expectations.
If you want to unlock life, low expectations.
Go to these restaurants, have low expectations, and you will have a fantastic time. All right, see you, everybody. Remember, subscribe to the show below. All the links to Tonga Toe shirts, Team Talks, all that stuff you'll see in the comments below.
Bye, everybody.